Everybody, welcome back to the Blitz. As we said, Ray Coach Craig Charlton is here in-house. Coach, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, Chris, and it's a fun opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so normally we would jump right into the game you guys played last night. We're going to get to that in a second, but first, I want to throw it back a few weeks. Yeah. So, you guys went down to Kingsville, 0-2 at that point. You were their homecoming game that night. And you guys go and lay it on them down there. How big of a turning point was that for you guys?
Well, it was something like the week before we actually scored a bunch of points, but against TM we gave up a bunch. Yeah. And so it was a real turning point from the standpoint, both offensively and defensively we put it together, as well as special teams. And I think that's really the crucial aspect, all three phases of the game.
And that team was undefeated at the time coming into that game. And, you don't want to, maybe it was just an off night for them, whatever. But, you guys, like you said, all three phases, we see defense right there getting a fumble, all three phases, you guys really set the tone, and you built off that since then.
Yeah, well, it's fortuitously, the next week we go to San Antonio, we're homecoming again. So guess what? We did it 2 weeks in a row.
Does that add a little something extra to the
yeah,
guys?
we kind of remind the players, hey, we're picking a homecoming. Why'd they pick us as homecoming?
Yeah.
So it just adds a little bit of flavor.
Okay, so we just want to get a little background. So now we get to last night. You guys, had won 2 in a row coming in, but another dominant performance last night against Ingleside.
I thought it was real great, and the good thing about it was, again, a lot of phases of the game that we did really well in. Our defense is really doing good. We're tackling well, and then you throw Tripp and Brian in the mix, and then this play right here just shows everything. Bad snap, and the next thing you know, Trips to the house. So it just happens that way.
I got a funny shot of you right after this, kind of shaking your head like sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Exactly. We've been on the other end of that so many times,
Yeah.
And then so we can't complain.
There it is, right?
We can't complain.
But he made the most of it and scored, and then you guys just built off it from there.
Oh yeah, and then we have different weapons. That's the thing too. This year we're able to throw it, we're able to run it, and then of course we've got a dual threat back there at the quarterback.
Yeah, and you mentioned that week 2 giving up a lot of points to TM, but the defense really since then has been lights out.
Yeah, we had a few injuries that week, but I'm not making excuses on that. But saying that, we've got a bunch of guys flying around the football, and our secondary is doing really well. We're getting a lot of interceptions.
All right. That being said, I know you got a chance to see GP a little bit tonight.
Yes.
What are your thoughts, not only heading into that game, but really heading into the district overall next week?
Man, I have tons of respect for Coach Davis, their program, and we're sitting up there. My whole staff was up in the stands for the whole game, and let me tell you something, man. Their dual threat at quarterback is unbelievable. They've got a great running back, and their defense flies all over the field. So we've got our hands full.
And, you guys made the playoffs last year. Where do you feel like you guys sit in the hierarchy this year of the district?
Chris, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to play one game at a time. One game at a time, and that's what we've got.
Maybe see, I know you don't want to look ahead too much, but.
No, I mean, if you look at the teams, look at King, what they did tonight. They're improving too. Miller, that's a great Sinton team. All right, so every team has a chance to win, and I think that really shows a lot for our district.
Absolutely, whereas kind of the last couple of years, Miller really had a stranglehold on the district. This year, it looks a little more wide open. Like, hey, you could get some teams getting in. So.
Yeah, and that's a positive every week. It's going to bring fans to the stands, and it's a plus for all the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what do you say we check out the play of the week?
Sounds great.
All right, let's roll it. All right, so we've got Sinton's Mykha Green here cutting right through that Miller defense.
Yeah, he's hard to stop. Look at him. His legs keep turning, and that's all you want to see in a running back. Legs going forward, squaring your shoulders, and then pushing forward towards the end zone. Yeah,
we were talking with Coach Troutman, 2-3 weeks ago, and he was saying that, Green got a lot of experience last year because their starting back got hurt. So, this is really, he was a backup last year, but it's basically like bringing back a starter, and he's showing it for Sinton.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's bouncing off, and that's what you want to see. He's versatile, and with his hands, he's holding the ball tight right there. You're not going to get it away from him, and, I'm sure Coach Troutman's pretty excited about that. He's a pretty intense dude too, Coach Troutman. Yeah,
he is. So you're a little more even keeled.
Well, I try to be. I have to be a little bit, but man, he's an intense dude.
But it's cool playing off that too as well. All right.
Yeah.
Ray Texans coach Craig Charlton. Coach, thanks again for joining us.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Awesome.
again for being here in the Coach's Corner. All right, we got a big week next week. Again, these guys in district heading to Portland, take on GP. You got Sinton, Calhoun. Got some good games to check out next week. But that'll wrap us up tonight. We're going to see you back here next Friday, 10:35, week 6 of the Friday Night Sports Blitz. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You've been watching the Friday Night Sports Blitz, sponsored by CCA Texas.